It's time for change.
I'm Jarrod Currie, and I'm running in York North. And I was born in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and currently live in Douglas for 22 years now. After graduating from Leo Hayes High School, I attended St. Mary's University for a year where I played football. Then I proceeded to go out west and did a short stint on the oil rigs. After coming back from out west, I worked as a civil servant with NB Power as a power line technician for 3 years. And I am currently pursuing to finish my degree and also managing my family farm in Douglas. I think when I'm a very passionate person. When things pique my interest, I meet things head on. I think procrastination is a horrible thing, so it's always good to keep yourself busy. If I had to describe myself, I would say that I'm an active person. I like to see things done and done right. I would say I'm highly empathetic. So when somebody else is in distress, I like to see that also rectified. I believe that we have many problems regarding social injustice, and I'd like to see that fixed across the province. A lot of people are living well below the poverty line, and that's a major concern of mine as well as many others. I think there's many ways of going about that. I think one of the key issues would be raising awareness amongst the population in New Brunswick, whether it be community gardens, group activities, helping out the elderly or underprivileged families. Well, I decided to move from being a voter to a candidate for a few different reasons. One of the big reasons that I chose to do so is I wanted to make a difference in my community and surrounding area of Fredericton. I was privileged enough to grow up in, I guess, an agricultural environment, working amongst plants and animals and whatnot. And I think that was a great experience as a child. And I like to see many other kids have the same opportunity that I had. So I think the Green Party is, as far as future generations go, is a great step in the right direction. Our leader Jack McDougall says, it's not the next election, it's the next generation. And I strongly endorse that myself. So I think the main reason that I chose to run for the Green Party of New Brunswick is for the next generation, my brother and, possibly my kids and grandkids to come. Well, I think a fresh, unbiased opinion is the best thing. A fresh face, a fresh voice. I'm young. I don't have any commitments to any lobbyists or corporations, any unions. I'm going to come from the heart. I'm going to, speak from the heart, represent the people. If they have immediate concern, I'll address that to the best of my ability and have no bias. I'm most concerned about the energy sector, agriculture, and forestry. In the energy sector, I'd like to see New Brunswick become maybe not a powerhouse, but maybe generate a little more income and reduce the deficit in the province. I know we have a lot of access to renewable and sustainable energies as far as solar, wind power, geothermal, and as well as we have the highest tides in the Bay of Fundy. So I mean, for generating power through the tides and ocean currents, I think there's a mass potential there. There's been so many missed opportunities among the province over the years. I really think that we could really help New Brunswickers out by job creation as well as long-term plans for the energy sector and our grids. In agriculture, I think we've grown very reliant on growing a single product. There's not enough support for our local farmers. I think they should possibly be subsidized by provincial or federal government, and keeping things local and at a reasonable price. The market's being flooded with foreign product, whether it be coming from California or Mexico. Basically, local producers are getting cut out of the supply chain in grocery stores and supermarkets. So, in my opinion, that's one of my big concerns, because I came from a family, a small greenhouse and farm, and we know many local producers that feel slightly cheated in the system because they're being cut out of the supply chain for food and gross domestic products. So that's definitely something I would like to address. In forestry, I think it's important that we lean more away from clear cutting towards more sustainable means, maybe strip cutting, spot cutting, increasing stumpage fees. That way we can have more old growth forests return to New Brunswick. Many of the tree plants in New Brunswick are one particular type of species. I think that we should be focusing more on replanting multiple species, so that way we have a more biodiverse forest, more different birds, different animals and wildlife living in the replant zones. In my opinion, that's a big problem in New Brunswick because there's a lot of areas, it's a single type of tree, and a single type of tree is not a healthy forest in my opinion. In this upcoming election, I'd like to see a lot more residents out in the polls. I know in my area of York North, there's a large percentage of people that do not vote. I feel that maybe they are underrepresented by their current candidates. So I would like to see more people in the York North area out and be active in their the provincial elections. That's why I feel that it's important to have a broader slate of candidates, and that's why I'm representing Green Party in the upcoming election. They want a hardworking, honest MLA, and I think I offer them that opportunity.